Every single trader who relies on standard technical indicators knows the quiet frustration of arriving a beat too late. By the time a signal flashes on your screen, the move is already half over. You are perpetually reacting to a picture of the recent past, chasing a trail of data that has already gone cold. When you miss the entry, the instinct is to blame yourself or search for a better setting. But the indicator didn't fail. It did exactly what it was built to do, which is summarize price that has already printed. Every indicator is a function of past price. A moving average takes previous closes, performs an arithmetic operation on them, and outputs a number. Mathematically, it cannot tell you anything that price has not already done, because it is computed entirely from price that has already done it. Traders try to fix this by adjusting their parameters, but shortening the look-back period only adds erratic noise, and lengthening it adds structural delay. The lag is not a parameter you can tune away. It is an irreducible feature of calculating a signal from the past. To see the move actually begin, you have to look at the layer underneath the indicators. You need the raw, uncomputed present tense of supply and demand, found entirely in the order book and the time and sales tape. Today, we are going to map the live auction. We will do this by reading the continuous, direct interaction between what the market intends to do and what the market actually executes. To trade the present, you have to discard the lagging mirror of derived indicators. You must learn the literal language of the buyers and sellers and read the aggression at the very first prints. Order flow analysis begins with two distinct data feeds. First is the depth of market, or the order book. This is a live vertical ladder showing passive intention. On the left are the bids, buyers waiting to be filled. On the right are the offers, sellers waiting to be filled. The book displays where participants have committed to buy or sell at specific prices in advance. If you see a massive block resting on the offer, it tells you there is a heavy stated intention to sell at that level. But you have to read the book with intense skepticism. Displayed size is never guaranteed size. These resting limit orders can be canceled in a fraction of a millisecond. This creates an environment ripe for spoofing. Large algorithms will place massive resting orders purely to manipulate the perception of retail traders, projecting a wall of resistance. The moment price actually reaches that level, the orders vanish entirely. To counter this cancelable intention, we use the time and sales tape. The tape is the permanent, irreversible record of executed action. Every print shows the exact price, size, and timestamp of a trade that actually happened. You cannot spoof the tape. When a print hits that feed, a real transaction cleared the exchange. It provides the hard verification required to bypass the illusions of the order book. The order book shows what participants say they will do. The tape shows what they actually did. Reading the tension between stated intention and executed action is the foundation of the craft. Every single trade that executes is a collision between two sides, one participant who waited and one who was in a hurry. The waiting participant is the provider. They place a passive limit order on the book, letting the market come to them to earn the spread. The one who refuses to wait is the aggressor. They use a market order to cross the bid-ask spread, paying a premium for immediate execution. Order flow software flags the aggressor. A trade printing at the resting offer means a buyer reached up. This is buy aggression. Conversely, printing at the bid means a seller reached down to hit it. This is sell aggression. Categorizing each print as buyer or seller initiated organizes the raw tape into a directional record. It distinguishes urgent conviction from passive patience. Tracking who consistently pays the spread reveals the true directional urgency driving the live auction. This dynamic exposes a massive blind spot in standard total volume bars. Total volume is directionally blind because every traded contract has both a buyer and a seller. Two identical volume spikes could be entirely driven by urgent buyers or panicked sellers. A standard chart cannot resolve that ambiguity. The mathematical solution is delta. Delta measures the net difference between aggressive buying volume and aggressive selling volume within a specific time frame. We map this using a footprint chart. A standard candlestick expands, detailing volume executed at every tick. It splits into bid-sell aggression and ask-buy aggression. By subtracting the red from the green, it outputs bar delta, one number proving net directional pressure. Finding large clustered delta at specific price nodes confirms exactly where institutions step in. Instead of hoping smart money reacts to geometric boxes, you get hard data verifying they are crossing the spread. Standard volume shows you that a fight happened. The footprint chart and delta reveal exactly who threw the punches and exactly where they landed. But this brings us to the most critical nuance of market microstructure. Overwhelming aggression does not equate to market success. A common trap for retail traders is seeing a massive green footprint and aggressively buying into what looks like a guaranteed bullish breakout. Aggressive buying only moves price upward if the resting limit orders, the supply, sitting above it are thin enough to be consumed. If a massive, hidden institutional limit order sits on the offer, it will cause absorption. It will swallow every single aggressive buy order thrown at it without letting the price budge a single tick. In this exact moment, the retail trader's urgent buy market orders are providing the perfect liquidity the institutional seller needs to quietly build a massive short position. The tape flag tells you who is pushing. It completely fails to tell you if that push is actually working. Blindly joining visible aggression without checking how the price responds is the primary reason retail breakouts fail at exactly the wrong moment. To see absorption clearly, we use a tool called cumulative delta. On top is the index price. On the bottom is cumulative delta, tracking net aggression. In a healthy trend, both lines move together. Aggressive buying pushes price higher. But when they stop agreeing, you are seeing the principle of effort versus result, a framework for identifying exactly where the aggressive side of the market hits a wall. Think of effort as the raw aggression crossing the spread, tracked by cumulative delta. Think of result as the actual price movement that effort manages to produce. When effort and result decouple, you get delta divergence. Notice how the cumulative delta line continues to surge sharply upward, showing massive buying effort, while the price line hits a flat ceiling and yields zero result. This specific divergence means an immense amount of aggressive buying is hitting the market, but hidden institutional limit orders are absorbing all of it. These are often iceberg orders. An iceberg continuously reloads its limit size behind the scenes, neutralizing the aggressive wave until the buyers are exhausted. When the aggressive buyers finally run out of capital and realize they are trapped, their immediate panic selling triggers a violent price reversal. The tape reader sees this inevitable turn forming in real time, well before any standard indicator even begins to curve downward. The primary advantage of reading microstructure is not in finding a secret formula. It is about identifying the exact moment when extreme effort fails, allowing you to position for the exhaustion of the crowd. Every trader who has stared at a moving average crossover or a relative strength reading has felt the same quiet frustration. You are perpetually reacting to a picture of the recent past, arriving at every decision a beat too late. To understand why this happens, look at the mathematics of technical indicators. Every moving average, oscillator, or band takes price that has already printed, performs an arithmetic operation on it, and outputs a number. Indicators prioritize a clean summary of the past over the volatility of the present. A mirror cannot show you what has not yet occurred. Traders often try to fix this by adjusting the settings, but shortening the look back only adds noise, and lengthening it only adds delay. The lag persists because it is inherent to any signal computed from historical data. There is no setting that removes the delay. As long as you rely on computed signals, you are structurally blind to the actual market forces causing the turn. You are perpetually buying and selling the past. There is a layer underneath those indicators. It is the live stream of actual buying and selling, from which every indicator is eventually derived. This discipline was born on the futures trading desk, rooted in the physical reality of the ticker tape. Tape reading is the oldest direct skill in trading. It ignores summaries and derivatives, focusing entirely on raw supply and demand executing in real time. Today, that physical paper has been replaced by the modern digital tape, which consists of two raw feeds: the order book of resting limit orders and the time and sales tape of executed trades. These two feeds document entirely different things. The order book shows intention, bids and offers waiting to be filled, which can be canceled in an instant. The tape shows action, the permanent, unchangeable record of trades that actually happened. The tape reader possesses a structural timing advantage. They are not waiting for a summary. They are interpreting the raw, uncomputed present, seeing the move exactly where it originates. To read this flow, we have to zoom in on the atomic unit of market structure, a single executed trade. Every single trade requires exactly two participants. One side is the provider. This is the passive participant who rests a limit order at a specific price and waits to be filled. The other side is the aggressor. This is the active participant who crosses the spread with a market order for immediate execution. The provider earns the spread by exercising patience. The aggressor pays the spread because they demand urgency. This is a structural fact of every single transaction on the exchange. One side waited patiently, while the other side actively reached out. Identifying which side is willing to pay the spread for immediacy gives you the most direct, unfakeable read of market conviction available. Modern order flow data visualizes this urgency by assigning an aggressor flag to every trade, attributing the action to either the buyer or the seller. The classification rule is simple. Trades that execute at the offer are buyer-initiated. A buyer crossed up to take the available price. Conversely, trades that execute at the bid are seller-initiated, printing in red as sellers reach down to hit the prevailing bid. The continuous, shifting balance of these colored flags forms the heartbeat of active market pressure. This creates a powerful psychological pull. A loud, sudden burst of green prints feels exactly like a breakout. It triggers the instinct to join the momentum immediately. This visual excitement is exactly how traders are lured into the market's most dangerous structural trap. But remember, aggression alone does not guarantee success. Price discovery follows a strict sequence. The aggressor hits, resting size waits, and the outcome depends entirely on which of the two is larger. Watch what happens when a sustained wave of aggressive buy orders slams into a level. A large passive limit seller sits on the offer. As fast as the buyers hit the level, the seller continuously reloads their size, swallowing every single order. Despite extreme buying volume and loud, aggressive tape action, the price line stays perfectly flat. This crucial interaction is known as absorption. The urgent buyers are pressing hard, but they are being quietly defeated by superior, patient liquidity. When you blindly join high volume, you are often buying straight into heavy absorption. You get trapped exactly at the top, right as the massive passive seller finishes filling their position and the market turns. To spot absorption systematically, order flow readers use delta, a metric that tracks net aggression over time by stripping away neutral volume. This chart tracks cumulative delta, which is the running tally of aggressive buying minus aggressive selling. It traces the ebb and flow of who is actually winning the aggression battle. Normally, you expect these to move together. Price and cumulative delta rise in tandem, proving that the aggressive buying is successfully driving the market upward. But watch the divergence. Price pushes up to make a higher high, but the cumulative delta forms a lower high. This is effort without result. The buyers are still pushing, but they are no longer generating the net aggression required to sustain the move. Delta divergence is the objective, mathematical footprint of hidden absorption. It gives you the evidence you need to fade the move, before the price chart shows any sign of weakness. Returning to the moving average from earlier, the disparity between lagging signals and raw data becomes clear. The delta footprint signaled the exhaustion and impending reversal well before the indicator registered the drop. Effective reading requires asking not just who is aggressing, but whether that aggression is actually moving price. The tape is raw, fast, and probabilistic. It will not hand you a clean, smoothed-out signal that tells you when to buy. By accepting the noise of the raw tape and focusing strictly on the battle between aggression and passivity, you discard the reliance on lagging indicators. You learn to read the market exactly as the real buyers and sellers do.